The cruise ship industry is one of the fastest growing sectors of tourism. Throughout the last 20 years, we have witnessed a substantial increase in its popularity, generating an estimated 18 billion a year. Along with its economic benefits comes an abundance of harmful environmental effects to our oceans, which has led us to face many key dilemmas.
Waste products pollution include sewage, grey water, hazardous waste, oily bilge water, ballast water, and solid waste. These engines burn high sulfur content fuel. They contribute to ozone and carbon monoxide non-attainment, as well as adverse health effects. These waste products proliferate nutrients in sewage that produce excessive algal growth that consumes a lot of oxygen. Solid waste impacts marine mammals, fish, sea turtles, and birds. Toxic products used, for example, during anti-fouling can kill fish or have various sublethal chronic effects. Another example is modification to the environment to enable destinations to serve as a cruise line destination that involves loss of natural habitats. And finally, recreational activities can cause disturbance to wildlife and increase pressures on endangered species. For example, noise from ships and tourists can confuse marine organisms as they are very sensitive to sound, using sound for almost all important aspects of their life.
In contrast to the vast number of negative impacts cruise ship tourism has on the environment, it provides little to no positive impacts. However, in recent years, efforts have been made to mitigate the detrimental consequences. Simple direct manipulations to cruises include limiting passenger numbers, clean technologies, and companies accounting for the full financial cost for the damage done to the environment. Clean technologies include simple actions such as energy-efficient appliances and cooking oil conversion systems to more complex exhaust scrubber systems and solar panel installation. Alternatively, some indirect ways to reduce the large-scale damage is passenger education. Simple actions such as promoting environmental practices on board and ecotourism activities at the destination port can have very large reductions in individual cruise liner impacts. A study conducted by Brook Thoreau et al. Showed that on some cruise ships, 29% of passengers would spend money on environmentally aware activities such as wildlife viewing, bird watching and hiking. There have also been initiatives for cruise ship companies to invest in destination rehabilitation and conservation projects.
Cruises affect the local, regional and national economy. The main economic benefits come through supplies, port services, local and state taxes and passenger and crew spending, contributing roughly €47.86 billion to the European economy in 2017.
We don't need to look far to see some of the impacts of cruise ship tourism. Falmouth itself is used as a cruise terminal, harbouring around 20 ships every year. The town's economy, and especially its small businesses, benefit directly from the increased tourism the cruise industry brings to the area.
However, there are concerns about what impact the industry is having on the local environment. Cruise ships and fishing boats anchoring in the bay cause direct destruction of marine habitats found on the seabed. These valuable ecosystems support high levels of diversity even when the marine algae is dead. Plans to dredge the harbour to make it deeper would also damage the marine beds, as well as disturbing contaminated sediment and increasing water turbidity. As part of a special area of conservation, Falmouth Bay should consider whether improvements to the cruise terminal are worth the impacts on local biodiversity.
All things considered, despite the industry's economic benefits, it has a much wider array of negative impacts on our oceans. It may not be possible to immediately resolve the issues entirely, but small direct changes will reduce the harmful side of the cruise ship industry.